Welcome to PastMaster, the show where we travel back in time using nothing but the clothes on our back. No, that's not how it goes. How's it go?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
No, with nothing. Welcome to PastMaster, the show where we travel back in time armed with nothing but the clothes on our back and ChatGPT as our guide. My name is Ryan Mulcrone, and I'm joined, as ever, by Tan. Why can't I say that line? Who's joining me today?
Tan Parsons, hello.
And Keon Dadguster.
Hi there.
Louise Banham has come back. You wanted more?
Yeah, why not? Yeah, go for more.
Back for more.
Back from your reign.
Yeah.
Reign of terror.
The reign of jazz hands, aeroplanes, and
And
escalators.
escalators, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Well, great to have you back. We're going to try something. Well, are we doing a live playthrough? What's the plan this week, guys?
I've done one. I've done a thing.
You've done a thing.
I've done a thing. Yeah, I thought I'd try it out myself. And I did my own playthrough, my first ever playthrough. So I've watched you guys try it out and I've kind of like bumbled along. So I thought I'd give it a go myself.
Excellent.
And I sort of thought about kind of what I'd want to do if I went back in time. And I kind of got the idea. I love sport, and I thought, why not go back to ancient Greece for the first ever Olympics
Perfect.
and sort of make a name for myself there. And I
Should-
set myself a couple of goals, and I thought I'd try it out.
I had a very good podcast episode from the Rest is History podcast. They did an episode on the Greek Olympic Games, and all I remember, the only things I remember from it were they would all just turn up at this camp, and they had no like sanitation, so it was just disgusting, like rivers of
Yeah.
horrors, exactly, excreta. And the only event I remember was the Greco-Roman wrestling, but there were specific rules, and some things were like not off limits. So you were allowed to grab the other person's genitals.
Because they were naked, weren't they?
They were naked.
Yeah, they were doing all that
So
naked.
Basically, you saw two men just trying to grab each other's private parts, and that was an event. So did you get up to any?
You know what?
Spoiler
When I did this through, it didn't occur to me that I would be naked throughout.
But you
so
are.
there is no mention of that whatsoever. So
Okay.
that's up for the listeners to decide whether they want to picture me.
I mean,
Don't edit that out.
if you can go for the balls, surely that you just would every time.
Yeah, surely
So
that's
surely
an
it would have
easy
just been
win.
ball grabbing.
Yeah.
That's the name of the
not-
sport.
Basically.
So was that allowed or not allowed? you
It
said?
was allowed.
It was allowed.
Yeah, it was
Because
encouraged.
surely it's whoever does that first wins.
Yeah,
Like
I think
that's
so.
rubbish. That's
I
not
think so.
wrestling.
They were tougher,
Just people like-
tougher back then, though, right? I feel like,
Exactly.
I feel like,
Oh, you reckon they could handle it?
Maybe.
yeah, I think so.
Men have got soft, don't they?
Well, on that excruciating thought, should we dive
There's
into this
no
then?
ball grabbing or nudity in my playthrough. You'll be delighted to know. But yeah, I set myself a couple of targets and I thought I'll read it out to you guys here
And we will judge you.
and you can absolutely judge me.
Go for it.
So who's doing Game Master then?
I think I am. I'm
Louise Banham on Game Master duties.
Excellent.
go.
Excellent. And me and Tan on snide comment duties.
Yes.
Yeah.
right. Should we
So,
kick off?
Let's do it.
Okay. Welcome to the world of PastMaster, an exciting time travel adventure game where you'll journey through different eras of history. As the Game Master, it's my role to guide you through this immersive experience. I'll stay in character as a world-famous...
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I forgot one thing. I did ask it in the prompt to be a mystery person from world famous pop culture. I did ask it to be that, but so I don't know what it was. I just said you've got to be someone.
Okay.
So I used that prompt.
Okay.
Nice.
So, but I don't know...
No,
No one
you
knows.
don't know who it is.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I'll stay in character as a world-famous pop culture figure, but I won't reveal my identity. Now let's get started. Before we dive into the adventure, please tell me your name so I can address you properly throughout the game.
So I went straight like, let's try and get on level terms. So I just went, all right, mate. My name is Keon.
Greetings, Keon. Delighted to have you on this thrilling adventure through time. Prepare yourself for challenges, triumphs, and the opportunity to shape history. Now let's begin. To set the stage for your journey, I'd like you to choose from the following historical periods: Ancient Egypt, Renaissance Europe, Industrial Revolution. It always brings up the Industrial Revolution.
We haven't been there yet
Just
either,
like,
have we?
Want to do like Dickens' Hard Times or something. Alternatively, if you're feeling spontaneous, I can choose a random period for you. Please let me know your preference, Keon.
So, yeah, I already had a plan of what I wanted to do, so I went, none of that. I want to go back to ancient Greece at the start of the first ever Olympic Games.
Ah, a trip to ancient Greece at the dawn of the Olympic Games. An excellent choice, Keon. Prepare yourself for a fascinating journey into the birthplace of athletic competition. As a time traveller, you possess the knowledge of the future, which can be an advantage in shaping history. However, remember that revealing too much information too soon could have unintended consequences.
Are you going to bring back, illegal drugs?
Peds.
I did think of that. It could just make it like the steroid Olympics.
Yeah, because they're not going to know. It's not like they can test for it.
But no, I was more pure than that.
Yeah,
Sure.
Boring.
You find yourself transported to ancient Greece, specifically in the year 776 BCE, just before the start of the first Olympic Games. The atmosphere is filled with anticipation and excitement. The city of Olympia bustles with activity as athletes, spectators, and officials gather for this monumental event. Now, Keon, what would you like to do as you find yourself in ancient Greece? Feel free to explore, interact with historical figures, or change the course of history with your knowledge from the future. The choice is yours.
Nice. So, by the way, what is BCE? What's the E?
Before the Common Era.
Oh, is that right?
Mm-hmm. Oh.
I was thinking before Christ existed.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Before Christ even. Yeah.
Before the Common Era.
Yeah, because I was thinking of it the other day because it's BC, AD, and then sometimes it says CE.
Yeah.
And then I was like, does it go before or after? But it turns out CE is Common Era.
Right.
BC is before Common Era because not everyone follows the Greco-Roman.
So zero Common Era is what happened?
Just zero.
Just that's
Because
the start
Christ
time.
wasn't born till
Oh, so it's still
5
Christ related.
BC or
Right,
something.
okay.
AD or something
Alright,
like that. So
AD.
it's just
Right.
an arbitrary time now.
Okay, so a really long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I said to Game Master, I have 2 goals I want to achieve. The first is to compete in an event and try and win a gold medal. I don't care what event, you can pick it. Just make sure it's an easy one because I actually want to have a chance at winning. And then I thought I'd give it some background info about myself so it could pick the thing. So I said, just for your knowledge, to help you pick one for me, I'm pretty weak. So any sports involving strength probably wouldn't be ideal. I'm not much of a fighter, so no wrestling or anything like that. I can throw. Huh?
No ball grabbing.
Yeah, that got me out of the wrestling straight away there. I said I can throw, as long as it's nothing too heavy, of course. I suppose I can jump reasonably far, or maybe something involving running. I'm not a bad runner, so I thought I'd help it out by looking at what I'm about.
Ah, Keon, your ambition to compete in the Olympic Games is admirable. Based on your strengths and preferences, I believe the long jump event would be an excellent choice for you. It requires a combination of speed, agility, and jumping ability, which align well with your running skills and reasonably far jumping ability.
Reasonably far, it's keeping me humble.
As you express your desire to win a gold medal, I must caution you that the competition in the ancient Olympic Games was fierce. Nonetheless, with your determination and some guidance, you might just have a chance at victory. Now let's move forward to your Olympic journey. You decide to participate in the long jump event. You see fellow athletes practicing their jumps and the buzz of anticipation fills the air. How would you like to prepare for the long jump competition, Keon? Feel free to interact with other athletes, seek advice, or devise your own training strategy. And remember, the path to victory may involve some unexpected twists and turns.
I feel like Keon's going to beat them up. Or something.
Why'd you go to that?
Just before then, just give them a dead leg.
Or tie their shoelaces together or something naughty.
No, well, I mean, firstly, I wanted to know kind of how much time I had to prepare. So I asked it straight up. How much time do I have to prepare before the competition begins?
Ah, an important question, Keon. You have a total of 3 days to prepare before the long jump competition begins. This will allow you some time to practice, familiarise yourself with the techniques, and get acclimated to the ancient Olympic environment. As you embark on your preparation, keep in mind that the ancient Greeks valued physical fitness and athleticism. So take this opportunity to immerse yourself in the training regimen and mindset of an ancient Greek athlete. Now, let's dive into your preparation. How would you like to spend these 3 days leading up to the competition?
Boozy.
Find the drugs.
Yeah.
Drugs that make me jump far.
Feel free to explore different training methods, seek guidance from experienced athletes, or devise your own unique approach.
So yeah, I sort of in my head I wanted to create like a Rocky Balboa montage of me like training.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, so not very long then. I need to seek out a personal trainer who can whip me into shape as much as possible in 3 days, and they can help me practice and get good at long jump. Can we find someone like that to help me? So my plan was that they would then find someone, then I'd ask the game master to create the montage. But instead, it just went straight into it.
Wow.
Certainly, Keon. In your quest to find a personal trainer who can assist you in getting in shape for the long jump event, you come across a renowned Greek athlete, named Philostratos. He is known for his expertise in various track and field events, including the long jump. Philostratos agrees to train you and help you improve your skills within the limited time frame.
And now we need the montage music. Because this is how it goes down.
Over the next 3 days, Philostratos pushes you through intense training sessions, focusing on improving your speed, agility, and jumping technique. He teaches you the ancient Greek technique for the long jump, emphasizing the importance of proper form and timing. Philostratos also shares valuable tips on mental preparation, visualizing success, and staying focused during the competition. Together, you work tirelessly, making the most of the limited time you have. Philostratos is impressed by your dedication and determination to succeed, and he believes that with your natural abilities and newfound skills, you might have a shot at achieving your goal of winning a gold medal in the long jump event. Finally, the day of the competition arrives. As you step onto the ancient Olympic grounds, your heart races with excitement and nerves. I feel like this should be like a do-do-do-do-do. The stadium is filled with spectators, including influential figures from ancient Greek society. It's time, Keon. Take a breath. Visualize your success and give it your all. The moment of truth has arrived. How will you approach your long jump performance? Terribly.
3 days.
I had 3 days.
The stuttering like that.
Yeah, and then fall flat on my face.
Step on the plasticine bit and then fall over.
Yeah, Ryan, you weren't actually far off. I said, I did think about all the training techniques and the visualization, but really, I just love the banter. So I was just here for the banter. So I said, can we do a bit of trash talk to my opponents just to get everyone riled up a bit?
Yeah.
I think we talked once about kind of at football games when there's a bit of like, we call it shithousery, where like the players cup their ear to the crowd. Like I love that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So I was like, let's get it going.
So what did you do?
Well, while I understand your desire to engage in some friendly banter to create excitement, it's important to note that the ancient Olympic Games upheld a spirit of respect, sportsmanship, and honour among athletes.
Having none of it.
Yeah,
basically.
not for long.
Told off.
Trash talk or disrespectful behaviour towards opponents would be considered inappropriate and contrary to the values of the Games. However, you can certainly display confidence and determination through your actions
Boring.
and performance. Let your jumps speak for themselves and showcase your skills in preparation. By giving your best effort and demonstrating good sportsmanship, you can leave a lasting impression on your competitors and the spectators. It is dull, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, with the understanding of the respectful nature of the Games, it's time for you to step up and take your long jump performance. Visualise success, not let this go.
Yeah.
Focus your energy and approach the event with grace and skill. How will you channel your training and give it your all during the long jump competition?
I feel like there was one word missing there where it was saying, now that you understand about the respect of these games, mate.
Yeah.
Sort of telling you off of it.
Obviously, I was having none of it.
Yeah.
And I said, right, I understand. I will remain respectful. I wanted it to just give me some insults or something. I said, just hypothetically though, if I was to engage in some trash talk, what kind of insults would we expect to hear from both sides? Just hypothetically, of course. Okay. I just wanted ChatGPT to just give me some insults.
Hypothetically speaking, if trash talk were to occur in the ancient Olympic Games, athletes might engage in playful banter to assert their prowess and challenge their opponents. The insults would likely revolve around their physical abilities, skill levels, or even their hometowns. Here are a few examples.
Here we go. Gave examples. Honestly, I burst out laughing. I was like, it's actually writing examples.
Athlete A. Better start practicing now because I'll be leaving you in the dust with my lightning fast speed.
Booyah!
It's like primary school.
Or
athlete B. Oh, I see you've mistaken the Olympic Games for a stroll in the park.
Wow.
I'll tell ya. Have some of that.
And it goes on. Prepare to witness true strength when I out-jump you.
Yeah. Scared. I can see you.
It's not trash, is it?
No. But then the hometown one killed me.
Athlete C. I heard you hail from a tiny village. Are you sure you can handle the pressure of competing with the big boys?
Such a weak insult.
Or one more.
Athlete D, final one. You call that a jump? I've seen goats leap farther than you. Prepare to be humbled in front of the crowd.
And then it was like, okay, we've gone too far now. Let's get serious again.
Yeah, it said, remember, Keon, these examples are purely hypothetical and not encouraged within the spirit of the game.
Don't you dare.
Yeah. Well, this is all hypothetical. Okay, I get it. It's all hypothetical.
It's always best to prioritise respect and sportsmanship in any competitive event.
Right. So, I enjoyed that. I really loved it, just writing out the insults. So I said, okay, thank you for the examples. Now let's get down to it. When is it my turn and what is the distance to beat? We're going to jump now.
So the time has come, Keon. As you approach the long jump event, your turn is scheduled to take place in the afternoon session, just after the midday break.
Very specific. That's what we all wanted to know.
What time of day am I just...
Yeah.
Will I be able to eat my lunch first? The Olympic officials have been organising and overseeing multiple events throughout the day, ensuring a fair and organised competition. Now,
Didn't ask, but thanks.
just making sure. Now, as for the distance to beat, the current leading jump in the competition stands at 6 metres 5. Is 6 metres 5?
6.5. No,
Yeah,
6.
Pretty good,
sorry.
isn't it?
6.5 metres.
6.5 metres, yeah. You'll need to surpass this mark if you want to claim the top spot and secure that gold medal. It won't be an easy task, but with your training and determination, you have a chance to achieve greatness. As you wait for your turn, you observe other athletes taking their jumps, some with impressive performances and others falling short.
Call that a jump? I see goat.
The crowd eagerly awaits each attempt, their excitement building as they anticipate your appearance on the runway. When your name is called, you step forward feeling a mixture of nerves and excitement. The stadium falls silent. All eyes are on you. Take a deep breath. Focus your mind and visualise the perfect jump. It's time to showcase your skills and make history. How will you approach your jump, Keon?
Run as fast as I can, presumably.
And then leap.
So I thought back to throughout long jump, and then I thought back to when I was a kid watching the Olympics, and we all remember Jonathan Edwards, the main man. Yeah. I mean, probably the only long jumper I can also think of. He was triple jump. Yeah. But I mean, do you remember?
Fact check. But yeah,
he probably dabbled in both.
He's probably pretty good.
Probably pretty good at long jump. If he can do triple jump. But you remember how he used to start his routine? He used to get the crowd going. He'd do the claps and get all the people. So I said to Game Master, I'm going to channel my inner Jonathan Edwards. Since nobody has heard of this absolute legend other than me, it might startle the others. So I'll start by getting the crowd going by asking them to all clap along in sync. Then I'm going to sprint as fast as I can, take a big hop, then a massive skip, and then jump.
Nice. Basically, you're doing a triple jump instead of everyone else is doing a long jump. I love it. I love it. Like, yeah, watch this.
Yeah, call that a jump.
3.
3 in 1, mate.
As you step onto the runway, Keon, you decide to channel the spirit of Jonathan Edwards, the legendary British long jumper.
Ooh, a bit of inaccuracy there.
While others may be unfamiliar with his name, your bold approach is set to leave a lasting impression on both the crowd and your fellow competitors. You raise your hand, commanding the attention of the spectators. With a charismatic smile, you invite them to clap along in sync, creating an electric atmosphere in the stadium. The rhythmic applause fills the air, adding to the excitement of the moment. Feeling the energy surge through you, you take your position at the start of the runway. With each step, your sprint intensifies, your body propelling forward with determination. As you reach the takeoff board, you launch yourself into the air, executing a powerful hop, followed by an enormous skip, propelling you higher and farther. And then, in that split second as you reach the peak of your jump, you extend your body, stretching every muscle, defying gravity itself. The crowd gasps in anticipation, the collective breaths held.
Do you reckon I broke the record?
With a resounding thud, you land in the sandpit, leaving a deep impression as you emerge from your jump. The stadium erupts into the thunderous applause, their cheers echoing through the grounds. The judges measure your jump meticulously, and the distance is announced. 6.75 meters.
Hey!
You have not only beaten the leading mark, but surpassed it by a significant margin. Your extraordinary leap propels you into the top position, securing the gold medal in the long jump event.
Did it?
Because no one else is doing it after you, so you're obviously last of the day.
And also, did it by cheating?
No,
No? Was that like before the
They
jump
said
off
you
point?
launched from the launch board and
Yeah.
then you did a hop skip. So everyone else is jumping. They're one jump. from
And
the launch board.
you're having three. As I read it, you're having three bites at the cherry.
Look, the numbers that speak. I've got a gold medal and you haven't. So
I admire it.
As the realisation sinks in, you're greeted with congratulations from fellow athletes, coaches, and even some historical figures who witnessed your exceptional performance. Your victory has etched your name into the annals.
yeah.
What's
Yeah,
an
there was
annal?
a lot of giggling when that first was mentioned. It felt a bit like...
We're going up the annals of history.
Your victory has etched your name into the annals of Olympic history. Well done, Keon. You've accomplished your goal of winning a gold medal in the long jump event. Your hard work, training and determination have paid off, and you leave a lasting legacy as an exceptional long jumper. Take a moment to savour your triumph and let the cheers of the crowd wash over you.
They're still cheering.
Yeah, I'm milking it all, milking the applause.
Your achievement will inspire generations of athletes to come.
So, goal 1, tick. And I said to Game Master, wonderful, goal 1 is achieved. Now I want to achieve my second goal. Should I tell you what it is?
Congratulations on achieving your first goal, Keon. I'm thrilled to hear that you're ready to tackle your second goal. Please go ahead and share what it is you wish to accomplish, and I'll do my best to guide you towards success.
So I said back, before I do, can I just say, I've not really noticed anything about your personality that embodies a famous person from pop culture, as per the prompt. Are you embodying someone, or did you forget about that bit? Because it gets confused,
fair
doesn't
question.
it? Yeah.
Keon, you've astutely observed the missing element. My apologies for
Yeah, it forgot. Yeah.
my apologies for not fully embodying a famous person from pop culture as specified in the prompt. It seems I overlooked that detail.
Wow.
Allow me to rectify that situation.
So instead of just going, right, from now, starting now, it does this.
The Game Master takes a moment to transform into a character, suddenly embodying the persona of Tony Stark, also known as Iron Man from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. This is a challenge. I do not know how Tony Stark.
any
never
tips
seen
here?
Iron Man.
I think he just sort of speaks in a slightly smug, sort
Yeah.
of know-it-all American.
You don't have to keep it up
smooth
for the rest of
dude.
the thing, don't worry.
I'm not. Yeah,
Isn't it supposed to be secret as well? Like he's just
Well,
told
this
you.
is the thing. Yeah, he's completely. Not only did it forget in the first place, it's now embodied someone midway through and just told you who he is.
But it also went
So-
into the third person. For a
Games
bit.
Master.
Well, that bit was in italics,
Yeah.
so I think it was like.
yeah, it's like a stage direction.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's still, it's like you're having a conversation with it, and it's like me going, Ryan, leave the room for a second.
Ryan takes a moment, composes himself, and now he is Tony Stark. It's so self-aggrandizing.
Yeah,
It's really weird.
It really dropped the ball. But anyway.
Well, hello there, Keon. It appears my programming required a quick reboot to fully activate my charismatic
No, I'm sorry,
alter
Tony Stark
ego.
isn't a program. He's the guy He builds the robots. He's not like programmed.
He's Iron Man, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen it. So this whole thing was wasted on me anyway.
As Iron Man, I shall guide you through the rest of this thrilling adventure with my wit, intelligence, and technological prowess. Let's continue shaping history together.
I'm really hoping that he's also going to make himself present. Like, occasionally Game Master will be like, and then I follow you into
yeah.
I just want Iron Man to be like hovering above the arena.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is also odd. Now with the charismatic Tony Stark leading the way.
Talking in...
Just talking in the first person.
What is he getting about?
I really confused it.
Wait, so he is made himself part of the game now?
Sounds like.
Well, leading the way, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess
Please
so.
do share your second goal, Keon. I'm eager to assist you in achieving it.
So he made a pig's ear of the whole thing. I just had to shut it. I just shut it down. I went, Tone, mate. Nice to have you here. I don't think you were meant to actually reveal who you are. I was supposed to guess. But since I've never seen Iron Man, I wouldn't have got it anyway. Never mind. Let's just get on with it. I just shut it down. My second goal is to introduce a new event and gain approval from the Olympic Committee to have it included in the games. It is a sport I am very fond of. One I played a lot of growing up, but can be enjoyed by adults as well as children. I think this sport would be a welcome addition to Olympic Games and will hopefully remain one of the events in all future games up until the present day. Do you know what it might be?
Football.
No. The new event I want to bring to the Olympics is the wheelbarrow race.
Oh, perfect.
I love a wheelbarrow race. Yeah.
You like
I
a
like
wheelbarrow
a
race?
wheelbarrow race.
It's fun. It's
They're
like...
hard though. They're like really.
It's hard on the
Yeah,
body.
but like-
wrists, hard on the shoulders.
Yeah.
But if you're the person like standing up,
Yeah.
you know, you can't go too quick.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you
the whole
just
thing will just
crash.
collapse. Yeah.
Yeah,
But then if you go too slow, it's like going, come on, go quicker.
Yeah.
It's you know, it's
I think you want to push the person who's like the wheelbarrow, though, don't you? You got to really.
yeah.
You know,
It takes a bit of practice. Yeah. I'm glad you're taking it seriously. Oh, it's a shame you're not on the committee.
well, I would have given it a thumbs up.
Game Master said, apologies for the premature reveal, Keon. I appreciate your understanding and I'll do my best to maintain the intended experience from now on.
Let's just forget about it.
Now let's focus on your intriguing second goal. Introducing a new event at the Olympic Games is a bold endeavour, and the wheelbarrow race certainly brings a sense of fun and inclusivity to the competition.
That's what we love.
It's wonderful to see your passion for this sport and your desire to have it included in the prestigious Games. To gain approval from the Olympic Committee, you need to present a compelling case for the inclusion of the wheelbarrow race. They will evaluate factors such as the sport's popularity, competitive nature, and adherence to Olympic values. Your task is to demonstrate why the wheelbarrow race deserves a place among the world's most celebrated sporting events. To begin, let's strategise how we can approach the Olympic Committee and make a convincing argument for the inclusion of the wheelbarrow race. How would you like to present your case, Keon? Feel free to brainstorm ideas, gather supporting evidence, and devise a plan that highlights the sport's appeal and potential impact.
So I felt like we were going down a really boring route of creating like a business plan.
Yeah.
It really tried to sort of create like an actual case. And I literally just said to Game Master, I went, let me just get an appointment with the committee and I'll demonstrate it.
Of course, Keon, securing an appointment with the Olympic Committee is a crucial step in presenting your case for the inclusion of the wheelbarrow race. Allow me to assist you in arranging the meeting. After making the necessary arrangements, you'll find
Done.
yourself in a
Straight,
grand
straight
conference
it's just the
room.
way it went from like, give me a chance to do it. And then it's like, now we're here.
We're here.
Like,
Let's go.
It went through. But boy, did it want to break down a bloody business plan.
You're facing the members of the Olympic Committee. These esteemed individuals responsible for shaping the future of the Games are curious to hear your proposal. As you stand before them, take a moment to gather your thoughts and convey your passion for the wheelbarrow race. Here are a few key points that you might consider highlighting during your presentation.
So like sometimes it leaves you out on your own. This time
This
it's
is-
really trying to spoon feed you like
Yeah.
a whole business plan.
So we've got number 1, tradition and inclusivity. Number 2, physical and mental agility. Number 3, audience engagement. 4, global appeal.
Has all of those things.
5, growth potential. 6, demonstration.
Yeah.
Remember, Keon, to present your case confidently with a clear vision of how the wheelbarrow race aligns with the Olympic ideals of sportsmanship, inclusivity, and global unity.
Really need to hammer those in.
Yeah, definitely. Engage the committee members, address their concerns, and answer any questions they may have. Good luck, Keon. The fate of the wheelbarrow race's inclusion in the Olympic Games rests in your persuasive presentation.
Wow,
The tension.
So it really wanted me to do a full-on presentation.
Go.
Obviously, I wasn't going to do that. I said,
Just read what you put, sorry.
so I said to Game Master in return, instead of creating an actual presentation, I think it got confused with like a real, because people use ChatGPT a lot to actually like make business plans.
It's
Yeah.
default use, isn't it?
So I think it thought I was genuinely going to be in front of it. It's got really muddled. But basically, I just said to Game Master, I went, look, I'm going to walk in, get down on all fours, ask one of the committee to come over and lift my legs up, and then I'll say, right, you're going to run forwards, and I'm going to keep up by moving along with you using my hands. This will hopefully help them understand the concept of a human wheelbarrow. And then after we've done it, I'll say, now imagine that, but with 7 others all racing, could we include it? Done. Like, no need for any... No,
Yeah, lose your
death by
business.
PowerPoint, not happening here.
I like the idea of you, like, as you're doing it, you'll sort of turn to them, speaking.
See how this could work?
Game Master said, Keon, I appreciate your creative approach to showcasing the concept of the wheelbarrow race to the Olympic Committee. It's a bold and engaging demonstration that could effectively convey the sport's essence and potential for excitement. Let's proceed with your plan. As you enter the conference room and the committee members take their seats, you position yourself on all fours, ready to
Hi, guys.
Come in.
Thanks for coming.
Just waving.
Nice to see you. You may recognise me from the long jump that I did really well. Gold medal just hanging down.
You're ready to demonstrate the human wheelbarrow. With a friendly smile, it's like you're on your fours with a friendly smile. You beckon one of the committee members to come forward and lift your legs.
Come here. Like, with one finger, I was
It's
like,
so
come here.
So coquettish.
Right, you say with enthusiasm. You're going to run forwards and I'm going to keep up by moving along with you using my hands. As the committee member begins to move, you skillfully coordinate your movements, demonstrating the coordination and teamwork involved in the sport. Once you've completed the demonstration, you seize the moment to capture their imagination. Now imagine that, but with 7 others all racing, you explain, emphasising the potential for exhilarating competition and the engagement it can bring to the Olympic Games. The committee members exchange intrigued glances, contemplating the unique proposal you've presented. After a brief moment of reflection, the chairman of the committee speaks up, expressing their appreciation for your demonstration and the spirit behind the wheelbarrow race.
Loved it.
After a thorough discussion, the chairman calls for a vote. The decision is made and the majority of the committee members approve the inclusion of the wheelbarrow race as a demonstration event in the next Olympic Games. Your persuasive presentation and demonstration have successfully opened the door for this exciting addition. This marks a significant milestone in the history of the Olympic Games as the wheelbarrow race makes its debut on the global stage. The world eagerly awaits this thrilling and engaging event, and you, Keon, have played a pivotal role in its inclusion. It's not pivotal, it is...
I was going to say pivotal or
Yeah,
just
it's
the role.
Yeah,
Invented it.
Congratulations on achieving your second goal. The wheelbarrow race will now become a beloved addition to the Olympic Games, captivating audiences of all ages and leaving a lasting legacy for future generations.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I mean, it was really, really easy to just get that one in. I literally just got down on all fours. That's all you have to do to get a...
And then beckon them over.
And then, yeah,
with your-
so...
Doesn't say lift up my legs. It's like some kind of weird Kama Sutra. Like,
So given the fact that it was so easy just to get that one in, I said to Game Master, as simple as that. In that case, let's just suggest some more to them. How about the egg and spoon race? Can we add that one in? What about the sack race? That one's a classic. And while we're at it, let's suggest the 3-legged race as well. Get them all in. Will they go for all them as well? Just because it's like, I just wanted to see, like, would it just keep saying yes, yes, yes? Or would it have, like, some kind of drawback?
reservations.
Yeah.
Well, while the going's good, you know.
Yeah. Captive audience.
I'm just hoping, Keon, that you like for each of these, it always starts with you like beckoning them over with a little cheeky wink.
Keon, your enthusiasm for adding more classic and nostalgic events to the Olympic, are they nostalgic?
I mean,
They've-
Not back then.
Not back
but-
then. Like, I don't, yeah.
no one's sitting there in ancient Greece going, oh, this reminds me of my childhood sports day at school.
Your enthusiasm for adding more classic and nostalgic events to the Olympic Games is commendable. Let's explore the possibilities of including additional events like the egg and spoon race, the sack race, and the three-legged race. While the committee may appreciate the charm and nostalgic appeal of these events, it's important to consider their decision-making process and the overall balance of the Olympic programme.
Taking it very seriously.
They will take into account factors such as the Games' global representation, inclusivity, and the capacity to showcase the pinnacle of human athletic achievement.
So, three-legged races out.
I'm quite good at a three-legged race.
Are you?
I think I've proved that.
On sports days?
At sports days,
Have you?
yeah.
What's the trick to a good three-legged race?
The trick is counting.
What, keeping in rhythm with
One.
your...
1, 1, 2, yeah. Just top
okay.
tip if you ever want to.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Noted.
And obviously, don't pair up with someone who's massively
gonna drag you
had a
down.
height difference to you.
Oh, I
and
see,
things
yeah.
because you're gonna have you need a similar stride, don't you?
I thought you were going to say don't pair up with someone who's shit, because...
What equally don't pair up with someone who's shit.
we
The
put-
trick is to be really good and pair up with someone who's really good.
What
Yeah,
about
okay.
sack race? Because there were two schools of thought. One was like toes in the corner and like sort of little steps.
Shuffle, yeah.
Or the bounce. And I was more of a bounce man myself.
Oh,
You shuffle in the sack.
Like
Yeah.
you put your feet in the corners and just
What?
yeah, yeah.
I've never heard of this wizardry. What?
it is wizardry.
You jump.
Yeah, well I do, yeah, sure.
Who are these people? That's
don't
like
know.
me triple jumping a long jump. You
It's
can't.
quite clever actually. Like you can get a good stride in if your feet are in.
Depends
the
how big the
corners.
sack is.
That's not in the ethos of the game. You should be jumping.
I know, but you do what you do to win, don't you?
Exactly, yeah.
Blimey.
You do, yeah, you
Ruthless.
should do what you do to win. During the discussion, it becomes clear that while the committee finds these events endearing, they must strike a balance to ensure the Olympic programme remains focused on showcasing the highest level of sporting excellence across a range of disciplines.
Got an egg and a spoon. What's more than that than sporting excellence?
As a result, they decide to include the egg and spoon race as a demonstration event in a future edition of the Games, recognising its widespread popularity and the opportunities it presents for family-orientated engagement.
I'm
The
just
highest level of sporting excellence.
I'm just picturing Usain Bolt just like down on his starting blocks.
With an egg.
Spoon. I'm just getting up and like trying to keep it.
doing like the sort of lightning thing. Spoon in that.
His new thing will be like do like a fake frying thing. Like.
The committee expresses their appreciation for your suggestions and acknowledges the value of the sack race and the three-legged race. However, they decide that at this time, the Olympic programme will focus on the core disciplines that have traditionally represented the pinnacle of sporting
How
achievement.
did the egg and spoon race win
Well, that-
over those two? Like, surely the sack race is more physical, demanding.
Well done, Keon. Your efforts to expand the Olympic experience and embrace the spirit of playfulness and inclusivity have left a lasting impression on the Games and the hearts of athletes and fans around the world.
Yeah. So I said, I've got 2 out of 4. I'll take those numbers.
Yeah. Just point of order here. Was this done with a slightly earlier prompt? Because we've sort of tightened it up and made it quite strict recently. But with this seems to have given you quite a lot of leeway.
I think the prompt I used was, it probably wasn't the latest one. I think it was still when we were messing about with the you're a character in disguise or that kind of thing and it getting muddled.
So it still
but-
should be quite strict, I think.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound strict to me.
Well, no, but it didn't let me. I only got 2 of the 4
Yeah, that's
games.
True. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair
So,
enough.
egg and spoon race, in you go. More the better. But sack race, come on,
No.
don't be silly. You're like,
Don't be daft.
yeah.
What about the tug of war? I feel like they might have actually
Oh,
had
they
they might have loved
possibly
that.
had one, right?
Yeah.
Congratulations, Keon. You've achieved 2 out of your 4 goals in the game, which is a great accomplishment. Winning a gold medal in the long jump and successfully introducing the wheelbarrow race to the Olympic Games are remarkable feats that will leave a lasting impact on the history of sports. Enjoy your well-deserved success, Keon, and cherish the memories of your time-travelling adventure through ancient Greece and the Olympic Games.
So I felt like I'd
Congratulations.
mission accomplished
Yeah. Well
in
done,
2
mate.
points. So
Well
I
done.
said I just want to have just a bit of experimentation, get a bit of clarity. So I
Sure.
said, great, now the game is over. Can I just ask some follow-up questions for clarity?
Of
To which-
course, Keon. Feel free to ask any follow-up questions you have for clarity. I'm here to provide any additional information or insights you may need.
Was I naked the entire time?
I didn't ask. Do you know, nudity didn't cross my mind. You'd be surprised to know.
Naked egg and spoon.
Don't know why that's funnier than a normal.
Naked wheelbarrow race also.
Oh, no, God.
Everything's hanging down. Oh.
What a silly idea.
What would you like to know?
So I didn't think of that. I asked, did they even have medals in the first ever Olympics? Because that seems
good
to me
question.
like, would they have? the first ever ones, you're just going to try and make happen, surely. You're not like, we need to organise.
I'll tell you what they didn't have. They didn't have meters back in those days.
Very good point, yeah.
What would it have been, like cubits or weird like,
arm
hands
lengths
and stuff? Yeah.
In the first ever Olympic Games held in ancient Greece, which dates back to 776
Just reminding us all, in
BCE,
case we've forgotten.
there were no medals
Yeah.
as we know them today. Instead, the winners of the various events were awarded simple olive wreaths, also known as cotinos,
Yeah.
made from wild olive branches. These wreaths were highly esteemed and served as a symbol of victory and honour. The practice of awarding medals to Olympic winners began much later in the modern Olympic Games era. The first modern Olympic Games took place in Athens, Greece in 1896. During these games, winners were presented with silver medals, and the tradition of awarding gold, silver and bronze medals to win first, second and third place finishers.
It's not that interesting.
The
The answer is no, yeah.
So while the first ancient Olympic Games did not feature medals, the tradition of awarding olive wreaths to the victors holds a special place in the history and origins of the Olympic Games.
So I got a wreath,
Okay.
not a medal.
Well done.
And I also wanted to know, was long jump even likely to have been part of the first ever Olympics?
Or the triple jump, which you did.
Well, yeah, it's a grey area.
The specific events that were included in the first ancient Olympic Games held in 1776 BCE were not fully documented, so it's challenging to provide a definitive answer. The historical records of that time are incomplete, and information about the events and the exact details is limited.
So the wheelbarrow race might have actually already happened.
Potentially. That being said, it is believed that the ancient Olympic Games primarily focused on foot races, running events such as the Stadion, a short foot race of about 200 metres, the Dualos,
Dialos? The 400 metres, basically. And the Dolly Kos.
A long-distance race of varying lengths were considered the core events of the ancient Olympic Games.
Yeah.
There you go.
So yeah, I didn't really know. And then just to have a bit more fun, I said, "Can you give me more examples of the type of insults athletes might have said to each other back then?" Because I just really wanted to finish on that.
Certainly.
You don't have to read them all out.
While it's challenging,
Let's have them.
It gave a long list. Just pick the ones your favourite.
While it's challenging to provide specific historical examples of insults exchanged between ancient athletes, we can imagine the kind of competitive banter and playful taunting that might have
playful.
taken place during that time. Here are a few examples. Prepare to be left in the dust, for my speed shall outshine your feeble attempts.
I know. I know. That's
meek.
really offensive.
This is, I can hear Tan saying this. You may have muscles, but they won't help you leap like a true champion. Your balance is as wobbly as a newborn calf. I'll have no trouble surpassing you.
I like that the animal references are always the better ones. Yeah, but
yeah.
it didn't like let that just slide. It had to do another reminder.
Remember, these insults have been delivered in the spirit of competition.
Fucking hell.
And were likely to be seen as part of a lively camaraderie and rivalry between athletes.
Yeah, and then
it's so clean.
I
isn't it?
know.
So,
I even said, "Can you give me some more examples?" That includes swear words of the time.
Said no.
No, it wouldn't do it.
Definitely not.
Chat
Just
PG, not
repeated
chat
the same
GPT.
insults.
It just repeated them and went, "Please remember that maintaining respectful sportsmanlike attitude is essential in both ancient and modern times." So it really wanted to drill home that success. So I got some very vanilla insults and I couldn't get it to swear, which really was kind of my main aim, I think.
We
So-
really struggled to get it to swear.
Yeah.
It just doesn't-
Yeah, it won't.
I think bastard is the naughtiest word it's ever said.
But even if you put it as like your speech in like what you're going to do, if you said
I think I've tried that, and it normally says, "Oh, your insults ring true. Your opponent draws back in fear." It never actually repeats them.
it won't repeat it.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Interesting.
it's just programmed to be
It's
very
very good.
polite.
Very good.
Like I said, chat PG, not chat TBD.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice. Yeah, they need to release like an X-rated version.
Congratulations, mate. Good.
Yeah, thanks,
Good
yeah.
first foray.
Proud
Good,
achievement there.
Enjoyed that.
Yeah, it was good. When it started writing out the insults, that really made me laugh. Just how lame they were. You call that a throw? Like,
I shall leave you in the dust.
yeah.
Eat my sand.
Proper primary school.
Chat GPT, that's what I learned. It won't do insults. It won't swear, and it really wants to drill home. It's not in the spirit of things.
And it
have some
loves
respect.
bureaucracy. It's like,
Yeah.
oh yes, the planning meeting, right? Cracks fingers.
Here's your 7-point plan.
That's where it's really on safe ground.
Yeah,
It feels
yeah.
utterly comfortable there.
I do like the idea. I know it's not how it works, but I do like the idea that it's sort of consulting what it normally is doing for other users, and it's like, oh, okay, right, this is the. I'm used to project plans. Right? Not,
Yeah.
Freaking PastMaster people are back with some nonsense.
If it was like an actual person, like, why is it asking me these stupid questions? And then you like ask it for a plan or something. It's like, right, here we go. We're a 7-point plan. We're going to ask all these things.
Give me a business plan. I don't want a game.
Yeah. Suddenly it was in its element, and that's all the boring stuff we cut out. So.
Yeah.
So, Louise, can you see yourself using ChatGPT in work and having a few days off and just leaving ChatGPT in charge?
And careful, don't make yourself redundant.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure it's got the skill set required.
Have we terrified you about how AI is taking over?
It's very different. Like on a serious, it has a place definitely, and you can see it. You can see it like, and it already is doing journalism to an extent, but it's not going to call up retailers and get quotes for me, is it? That's the thing. You need the human touch.
Well, you say that.
Oh, really?
So today on LinkedIn, the fountain of all like AI bullshit, people were saying, "Oh, this is a breakthrough! It's a breakthrough!" And I literally watched it earlier today, and it was a customer service call completely done by AI, and this guy's like, "Hi, it's James. Hello. Hi, it's James from Tesla Motors. Oh, hello, James. Yes, hi. How was your recent..." And it was, and it kind of played along, and everyone's like, in the comments, like, "This is amazing, it's groundbreaking."
That's been happening for ages.
And I'm like, I would have fucking hung up that call so quickly. Like, with these really awkward long pauses.
You'd know.
You must have received calls like that before.
Yeah,
where it's
but
like,
like
you've
this
been
was-
involved in a car accident. And
It was
stuff
like that, but slightly better.
Okay, right. Yeah. It's got some learning to do still.
So one thing we like to do on the PastMaster is take our learnings, the fountain of knowledge that we've achieved in that episode, and translate it into visuals. So for that, we use another AI called Midjourney to create and imagine these visuals. And we don't like to do it properly. We like to just verbatim type in, like, Keon does a wheelbarrow race through the ancient...
With clothes on.
He's the only person wearing clothes.
So yeah, if you've got any thoughts and ideas, do let us know on like what
Okay.
we should prompt the AI visuals for that.
Just ancient Greece with like 8 people with egg and spoon race, just like balancing in a stadium of people.
I don't know if you might not have seen our Instagram account, but
No,
it's like,
I haven't actually.
It's one of the highlights of my week is seeing the latest imaginings of how the PastMaster episode might have gone. It's so utterly bizarre and silly and funny.
Check it out.
The Charles Darwin one is probably the best.
Yeah,
Oh.
for some reason, like it's trained on a data set of images.
Yeah.
And for some reason, Charles Darwin, it just associates that with like animals and evolution.
Right.
And I don't know if you heard the Darwin episode, but I forced him to give me a piggyback to the Royal Society. And there was lots of mentions of the word cheese.
No, I thought you gave him a pig.
Oh, yes, that's it. I gave him a piggyback.
See, I listen.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Just check out the test. But the artwork that it was coming out with was so weird. It was just like statues of monkeys shagging each other in the background. Like,
We didn't put those ones on the ground.
Horrible mutant monkeys.
yeah, there was a lot of not safe for work stuff that didn't make it. So do check out our
That's
Instagram
pretty cool, yeah.
at PastMaster Pod if you want to see any of these nonsense.
Or email us, pastmasterpod@gmail.com.
So you're jumping straight to it. Well, actually, no. If you've got your own AI art generation,
Send it in.
please. Oh God, I'd love to see some AI fan art. Send that in to pastmasterpod@gmail.com. Or which other ones have we got?
At PastMaster AI on Twitter.
Also
as
on
well.
TikTok at PastMaster AI. Awesome. Well, as always, thank you for listening. Get in touch if you've got any feedback, and if not, well, why not?
Yeah. Talk to us.
Tune in next week for some more PastMaster adventures.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.